Welcome back to Endangered Species Spotlight. This week we are talking about poison frogs. It's been a bit of a hot second since I've done this series. Haven't really been feeling it, also been kind of busy, but here we are. Starting off with one of my favorites, the strawberry poison dart frog, also known as the blue jean poison dart frog. You can probably guess why. They do have quite a lot of distinct color morphs. Sometimes they're all red, sometimes they have like a bunch of blue and very little red, so there's quite a bit of distinction between them. My personal favorite color morph is this one shown right here, with the red body and mainly blue legs. Now, all of these frogs that I'm going to be talking about are poisonous. Now, poisonous, not venomous. You don't get poisoned from these by them biting you like you do with snakes. You get through trying to eat them, or if you get any poison into an open cut or wound. So basically, as long as you don't lick them or touch them with like a paper cut on your finger, you're most likely going to be fine. It's a rainforest frog that can be found in most areas of Central America, through Nicaragua, up through Panama, to around areas of Costa Rica. This is the golden poison frog, and it holds quite a few titles, including being one of the largest, one of the rarest, and one of the most deadly poison frogs in the world. They have a very, very strong poison, which, like most, if not all, poison dart frogs get through their diet. So they eat something that is incredibly toxic, most likely snails, bugs, or plants, and instead of dying from that toxin, they just reabsorb it into their skin and secrete it as a poison. Now, the golden poison frog is endemic to a very small area in Colombia, so it is endangered, unfortunately. There's not a large population of them, but there are conservation efforts going on. I have them on my list for Endangered Species Spotlight. This is the green and black poison dart frog, very accurately named. They are another rainforest frog that can be found in areas of South and Central America, all the way up from Costa Rica, down through Nicaragua, ending up in Bolivia and Brazil. This is probably my all-time personal favorite type of poison dart frog, the dying poison frog, dying with an E. It's also known for having quite distinct color morphs. This is the same type of poison dart frog, the dying poison dart frog. It's the same species, it just looks very, very different due to the very different coloration. I personally prefer the ones like this without the yellow on it, but they both look cool either way. And much like the other frogs in this video, it is native to areas in South America, more specifically Brazil, Suriname, and Guyana. This is the phantasmal poison dart frog, a fantastic name. It is only found in areas of Ecuador, that's where it's endemic to, and out of all of the frogs on the list, gonna be honest, this one looks incredibly edible. Like, this almost looks like a fake frog. The rest of the frogs, they can be like, yeah, that's probably a real frog. This one looks fake. This one looks like a gummy to me. This is the granular poison frog, named for kind of the grainy texture of its skin. It's not quite as smooth as some other poison frog species. It's native to most areas in Central America, all the way from Costa Rica down to Panama, and it's a decently widespread one. It is listed as endangered, unfortunately. Most of these frogs are actually listed as endangered due to things like pollution, because frogs are very, very sensitive to environmental toxins, as well as habitat loss, with massive areas of rainforest lost every year. This is very much affecting the frog habitats, as well as introductions of many diseases that they have no natural immunity to. Largely, there's a bunch of different fungal diseases that are causing problems in basically every frog population, not just the poison frogs. So that's very unfortunate, because lots of these frog species are going extinct. Like, not these ones specifically, but many, many frog species go extinct very fast currently. This is the harlequin poison dart frog. It's endemic to a very small region in Colombia, and they're largely known for having that big spot right on their back. It can vary in color sometimes, but there's always this big round spot. This is the, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this name correctly, Le Mans poison dart frog. It's also native to a very, very small area in Colombia, where that's the only place it's found. Lots of these are very endemic to a lot of places because, again, they are very sensitive to environmental factors, so most of the time there's a very small range of conditions that they can live in, so that breeds a large bunch of frogs that are endemic to very specific areas. And again, that combined with the habitat loss makes most of them confined to these very small regions. This is the Amazonian poison dart frog. Again, this is another one with a bunch of crazy color morphs that sometimes can make it seem like it's not even the same species. And as you can guess by the name, this lives pretty much just in the Amazon rainforest, largely in Brazil and Peru, and some small areas in Bolivia. And finally, we have the Brazil nut poison dart frog that is endemic to a small area right in the middle of Brazil. All of these frogs are like the coolest. I am absolutely obsessed with poison dart frogs. They've been some of my favorite animals for a very long time.